Hey, welcome back. I hope everybody's having a great Sunday, and thank you so much for joining me talking all things Masters of the Universe. Today on the channel, guys, we're going to be reviewing and now doing a full unboxing of the Wave 3 version of TEELA, the Turtles of Grayskull line, the shell-kicking warrior goddess. But first, we'll look at her in the packaging once again. We'll look at the beautiful artwork that she comes with. And of course, we'll do a full unboxing of her. We'll look at the comic book she comes with. And as you can see from the right side here, I have the every other version of TEELA in the Origins line, from her Wave 1 to her Zor 2-pack. And I also brought out, for honorable mention, I did bring out the Eternia Goddess, because in a way, this is TEELA in some form, alright? If you watch the Revolution show, alright, she did take part of, of being this version of the Eternia Goddess, alright? Of course, we have the Snake version of her, alright? And of course, the cartoon collection is right there. Alright, but here's TEELA right here. Of course, I also brought out Raphael, and I also got Merman as well. And I'll tell you why, because if you watched that review yesterday on Merman, okay, he has those pegs in the back of him right here that you can add a shell on the back of him. So just for fun, I'm going to try putting TEELA's shell on the back of Merman here, okay? Because I'm not sure why they would include these two pegs in the back of him. All right. But first things first, of course, we're going to look at TEELA here in the packaging. You have He-Man and Leonardo right there in the top corners. You got Turtles of Grayskull. You have the TEELA, the shell-kicking warrior goddess. All right, you got the mutated rocks blasting around it. Right there, and there's TEELA right there. Very cool. There she is in the packaging. Comes with that same exact side that we saw with Raphael, and that's why I brought Raphael out. Okay. Comes with the shell as well. We got the Masters of the Universe logo and the Nickelodeon Ninja Turtles logo on the front of the packaging. Alright. Around to the back. Looks absolutely amazing, gorgeous artwork right there. Got Grayskull right there, and there she is taking on that Merman we just reviewed on the channel. I gotta say, one of my favorite figures so far in the line. I love that version of Merman here. Of course, there is the shell that can be plugged in the back. Of course, the cross-cell, and we'll be reviewing every version of Wave 3 during this week, alright? So stay tuned. We'll be unboxing, I guess I should say, of every version of Wave 3 figures here. Alright. Alright, without further ado, we'll go ahead and unbox TEELA from the packaging here. Alright, everything's out. Alright. Alright, here she is. I got TEELA here, out of the packaging. Here she is. Very, very cool. There's the figure herself right there. I'm going to back her up just a little bit here. You can see her. Okay. Alright. Now, a couple things. Like I said, she comes with this side right here. The same exact side we just saw with Raphael. Okay. It also comes with this shell here. Her shield, or her shell shield, I guess. Alright. Alright. Now, a couple things. Now, when I was taking her out of the packaging, okay, these little wrist bracelets here, they don't really snap on. They pretty much clamp on, okay, and they don't stay into place. So you got to be extremely careful, okay, trying to display her, because the slight movement of her, and it will come off, okay? So you got to be very, very careful about that, okay? Now, to get this right here, this white, it's not like a soft good fabric. It's a plastic, pliable, flexible plastic here, okay? Now, if you saw the artwork, to get the shell on, okay, you have to lift this up and put the shell on here, okay? You got to line it up best you can to snap into place, okay? There you go. Now, by doing that, now putting the shell on her back here, it lifts up the white plastic, I guess, fur on her, okay? And by doing that, it restricts the movement of TEELA's head sculpt right here. You can move a little bit, but not much, because the hair, as you can see, is starting to rub against. Okay, so you got to be very, unless you want to put the ponytail in the air like that. I guess that's probably your best, thing you can do with that. Okay. Now, the helmet itself is not removable, I don't believe. Let's try it out and see. Pop it off. So yeah, the helmet itself cannot be removed. All right. So unfortunately, you cannot take the helmet off to have her normal TEELA look if you wish to go that route. Now the armor itself is amazing. It looks really cool. I do like the armor on TEELA here, on this Turtles of Grayskull version of her. I love the chains right here. Looks really great. The sash looks really nice. I don't know, a very cool version now, of TEELA. And I do like these bracelets here. The only problem is, like I showed you, is that they don't stay into place. They don't, I mean, this is snap on. You got to find, the sweet spot on her to display her like this. Okay. And now this still, like I said, it's a great looking, TEELA here. If you want, to add to your collection. Okay. So you got to find that sweet spot to put the bracelets on, so it will stay, firmly on the figure here. Now with the shell, the one thing about the shell here is that there's no point of having this, on her arm because the shell covers that up basically. Okay. So there she is with the shell on right there. If you want to display her like this with the dagger, like that, looks pretty cool. And speaking of the shell, why I have him here, let's try out. I have Merman here. I have him in a standard version here of Merman. I'm going to go ahead and try to plug in the shell back of Merman here. See if that works. So it does. It does snap into place. I mean, so if you want a shell version of Merman in a way, there he is. I mean, you can do that. I mean, with Origins, you can, create any type of figure if you wish in the Origins line, which is crazy and cool at the same time. Because like I said in that review, I just don't know what the purpose of these two peg holes are for. I don't know. Like, you can put any shell on the back of him, all right? In fact, you can try Raphael, see if he works. I have Raphael. Let's see, here's Raph's shell. Oops. Did Raph's shell get removed? Alright, so here's Raphael's shell, okay? And I should have done this with yesterday's review of Merman here. So this works or not. Alright, so there you go. So there's a normal turtle shell, on Merman here, if you wish to go that route, compared to TEELA shell, right there. I do prefer this version right here, on him, if I wanted to go that route, basically. Alright. All my figures are laying down here. TEELA back up here as I fix some stuff here. Okay. Let me back it up just a little bit here. In fact, let me try if I can put her on the turntable here with other versions of TEELA here. She might fall. She might fall. Don't want that to happen. Let's see if I can get this right. Alright. Right. Alright. Now, the other item, of course, TEELA comes with the Turtles of Grayskull, is this giant sai sword. The same exact, we got in with Raphael. I'm going to go ahead and, let her rip it here so we can see what it looks like in her hands. All right. To me, I'm not a big fan of this. Like I said, I wish, I think the sword or the sai or even type of any different weapon should have been a little bit smaller for her. All right, this is like way too big, I feel, with this figure here. But, since we have a second sai now, if you wanted to, and I do have Raph here, I'm going to display it, with this version of Raphael, give it that more modern take of Raphael, the two sais right there in his hand. I do prefer this look over, this is still a very cool, weapon of choice for him. This, gauntlet, Ram Man-esque, sai, I don't know what you would call this, weapon here. But, for me personally, I'm probably going to display him like this now. And you can always take the helmet off and take the armor off, the Ram Man-esque armor, to give you more of a realistic, classic version of Raphael in your collection if you wish to go that route. It's up to you. It's however you wish to display your figures. This is how I'm going to display him. Raphael with that extra sai now, or sword that came with TEELA, giving that more authentic, Ninja Turtles look, So I think I'm going to go that route with him, okay? Now, back to TEELA, okay? And we've gotten so many great versions of TEELA. I mean, like I said, I love the armor. You know, I love the helmet, but I wish the helmet was removable. Unfortunately, okay. But unfortunately, it is not removable. But like I said, with any version of TEELA, you can pop the head off and swap it off with a version of TEELA that, you know, you can wish to, you know, you create your own version of TEELA, you know, the ultimate version of TEELA, because we've gotten so many amazing versions. As you can see, I'm struggling here. I'm struggling to, you know, keep her wrist bracelet on. I think I got it now. Okay. So I think I'm going to display her like this. And I'm going to put the turtle shell, you know, on her, all right? But like I said, you know, with the turtle shell, you know, it does restrict the movement of her head a little bit, okay? But she is still a great figure here, all right? And you can see with all the other versions of TEELA that we have in Origins, I'm going to kind of move the camera over here. We've gotten some amazing TEELAs, you know, over the years. I think she's going to fall. Okay. I hope she doesn't fall. Okay. Now, the one thing I totally forgot about just now, I just realized, is we didn't look at the comic. All right. So here's the comic. Apologize for that. So here's the comic it comes with. Right here. The Turtles of Grayskull. You know, beautiful artwork as always. The Spirit of Grayshell. Right there. See, you see. You know, that's April. You know, there's April, and there's TEELA, and there's Man-at-Arms. You got Donnie and Raph. And there's Mikey right there, and there's Leo in the foreground right there. Of course, a great shot of Skeletor. And there's old Casey Jones right there. You can see there is the actual Sorceress. And so I'm kind of curious about Sorceress here, the actual Sorceress. And if she's going to be mutated as well. You know, I'm kind of looking forward to getting, you know, this version of Sorceress and the Turtles of Grayskull and Evil Lynn as well. But there's old April there. You know, the Sorceress version of April right there. There's some great camera, you know, gorgeous artwork right there. There's Splinter, the King Grayskull version of Splinter right there, which is going to be a Target exclusive deluxe figure. Some great artwork as always, a great read, a fun read as always. All right, of course the back cross shell of all the other figures in Wave 3, and like I said, we'll be unboxing every single one of these figures throughout the week, so stay tuned to the channel. Alright. So what do you think about, you know, the Turtles of Grayskull version of TEELA? I mean, TEELA is an iconic character, as we all know, and every version of TEELA we've got in Origins is very unique from the one before it. You know, we had the Wave 1 version to the, you know, the TEELA Zor, you know, 2-pack. I mean, I do like this look of TEELA here. This version of TEELA is good for what it is. You know, like I said, there's some things that I wish they could have been improved on with the helmet being removed. The shell should have been a little bit smaller, in my opinion. These arm gauntlets right here, I do like those, but I wish they would snap into place. I want to hear that snapping so you know that it's nice and secure on her arms. Like I said, you know, the slightless movement on her, you know, and we're like, and they come off, and I don't like that. You know, I wish they were a little bit more, you know, I would say, like, I'm trying to think of the words here, secure, more secure on her. All right, but let me pause the turntable here if I can without knocking everybody over. There she is. Okay. But every version of TEELA, even the cartoon collection, I mean, is absolutely amazing. Every version right here. Even this, you know, in a way, this Eternia Goddess version here. You know, if I had to rank these TEELAs here for right now, from my least favorite to my favorite version, I mean, number 5 for me, you know, because this is still a nice TEELA. I mean, it's pretty cool for what it is. I would say number 5, this version right here is my least favorite TEELA right now. Maybe it would grow on me, you know, as I try to, you know, I play with her and stuff like that and display her. So she would be number 5. You know, she'd be my, you know, my least favorite. Then the Snake TEELA version of her, it would be 4th right here. You know, coming up, you know, number, you know, 3 would be her Zor 2-pack form. Of course, let me see if I can turn it around here. You know, sorry, I'm kind of blanking here. Wave 1 TEELA, you know, this version of TEELA would be, get the silver medal right here. And I do hope we get a fan favorite version of her with the more updated knees. And of course, number 1, you know, for me, for now, is the Cartoon Collection version. So, number 1, number 2, you know, I still love this version of TEELA, this classic looking TEELA here. I mean, she's an iconic version. I mean, the one that started off in Origins, you know, like I said, I do hope we get that fan favorite re-release of the more smaller, updated knees on her, okay? I mean, it's just still an amazing TEELA here. And, you know, this TEELA here, or this, you know, she's still a solid, I'm going to call her, I know this is not technically TEELA, all right, in a way, it's not, but I'm going to call her TEELA. If you watch the Revolution cartoon, she does become the Eternia Goddess, and like I said, we are getting this version in the Masterverse. Still a great version of TEELA, in a way. But number 1, number 2, number 3 is that, you know, the Zor. Number 4, of course, is the Snake TEELA. And number 5 is the Turtles of Grayskull TEELA. So let me know in the comments below, you know, if you've been collecting this line. I mean, what are your thoughts of TEELA in the Turtles of Grayskull line? You know, is this a must-have? Is it a pass? You know, is it like, I'm not too sure about, you know. So let me know, alright? But there you go, guys. There's a look of TEELA from the Turtles of Grayskull line. Alright, what else do I like? As you can see right there, and if you can't really see the back of her, like, I can't, you know, really get... Because with this right here, I'm going to say it's flexible, but you cannot really see in the back of her, you know. You can't really... You have... Maybe I can get it right there. I think I got it. I hope I got it. Right there. Alright. Now, I still think that the show should have been a little bit smaller for the female, for her. This should have been a little bit smaller as well. You know, it's restricting a little bit of the movement of her around. You can't really, I mean, it's rubbing against it. I don't like that, you know. But this I like. I do like the sash. I like the gold chains around it right here on her. So let me know in the comments below, you know, if you like this version of TEELA right here. Alright guys, I'd like to take the time now, of course, to thank my subscribers. Thank you for joining me today. Alright, if you made it this far in the video and have not subscribed, please subscribe, guys. I love talking with you guys. All things Masters of the Universe, like the Turtles of Grayskull line here, to the Vintage Origins line here, to the Cartoon Collection, alright, to the Masters line. It has a variety of great figures as well, from the Revolution to the Revelation to, of course, Sunman and New Eternia, to New Adventures of He-Man, to even CGI versions of He-Man in the Masterverse line. And speaking of CGI line, we also look at the CGI line as well. You know, they have some very unique figures in that line as well. Of course, that line is now over now, because the show is over as well. But it had 3 great seasons on Netflix, if you wish to go check that out. It's more kid-friendly, but it's still a great show to watch with the family. Alright? And we do reviews on those from time to time, you know, updates. Alright? Hit that like button, and thank you for doing that. It helps my channel to get out there to grow for more people who love this amazing product like we do, to hopefully watch my videos and subscribing as well. So hitting that like button, guys, thank you for doing that as well. And hit that notification bell when you know I upload new videos. And tomorrow, we're going to be unboxing the Wave 3 version of Skeletor. And this is a Skeletor I'm looking forward to unboxing. I think out of all of these figures from Wave 3, I think he was my favorite one of all. So I cannot wait to unbox Skeletor with you guys. Alright, the evil samurai of destruction. Alright, and let me know, and once again, guys, let me know your thoughts of this version of TEELA here. Like I said, great looking figure. Couple things, you know, I wish the gauntlet, once again, would stay in place, be more secure. I wish the helmet can be removed, you know, and the shell was just a little bit smaller, so you can get a little bit more movement on the head itself. But it's, all in all, it's still a great version of TEELA here. I love the armor. I love the gauntlet itself. I just wish it stayed in place. So let me know in the comments below, you know, your thoughts of this version of TEELA. You know, if this is a must-have or pass, or you're still playing that long game. You're starting to, see, with other reviews besides mine, what do you think about this? Okay, or maybe you already have her, and let me know in the comments your thoughts about it. All right. Of course, like I said, hit that notification bell. And of course, always share this video. Who has a passion and a love for collecting all things Masters of the Universe, like the Turtles of Grayskull line here, like the Vintage Origins line, to the Cartoon Collection, to the Mastersverse line, you know, you know, the 80s and the classics, to Super 7, to 2000X and Princess of Power and Funko Pops and Mondo and CGI, you know, and Super 7, you know, and Masters of the WWE Universe, and Super 7's in the Superstars line as well, which is a pure wrestling line of Origins figures. All right, so I hope everybody has a great Sunday, and I'll see you guys on Monday. Take care, guys, and have a good one.